Jonathan Henderson on bass here. Welcome, Jonathan, to the Colonial Theater. Mo Lizzie is on drums tonight. Well, have you been to the Colonial before?
Yes,
The Queen movie. What did I see here? We came to a film together recently. Just before it shut. It's really nice that it opened back up. It's so nice to be back on the stage. So the dark days are over. Thank goodness. I don't do well in the dark days. Believe it or not, there are darker and colder places than Maine. It's hard to believe sometimes. This is a song that I wrote after my first trip to Alaska. It's called Eternal Light. I saw now hold a candle in the wind. The breeze blew fast and hard and lit up both his wings. The owl flew bright and high deep into the night, never to return. It shines in eternal light. I saw a whale open up his eyes to see a deep sea divers swimming fast and wild and free. The whale turned blindly to the left and in his right, left the blessed soul shining in eternal light. I am yours and you are mine. Only feed me, burn to leave. I don't tell lies, I don't believe you are yours and I am mine. Open windows, open doors. I saw a wolf take a fork to feed his kin. The sky opened up and then filled the space within. The waves through the water carried them far out of sight, never to come back. They shine in eternal light. I am yours and you are mine. Only feed me, burn to leave. I don't tell lies, I don't believe you are yours and I am mine. Open windows, open doors. I saw a snake make a deal with the mud. He said, if you conceal me, I will give you all of my love. The snake buried deep while the mud just held him tight. Both of them now they shine in eternal light. I am yours and you are mine. Only feed me, burn to leave. I don't tell lies, I don't believe you are yours and I am mine. Open windows, open doors. I am yours and you are mine. Only feed me, burn to leave. I don't tell lies, I don't believe you are yours and I am mine. Open windows, open doors. I've been traveling a bit, and I was just down in Rhode Island. I got to see some family. Yeah, Rhode Island. I grew up in Providence, and it's nice to get back there every once in a while. My dad grew up in Providence as well, or Rhode Island anyway, and my grandfather also grew up there. My grandfather was born in 1913, and he died in 2017, which made him 104 years old when he died. And he lived in the same home where he raised his 3 children up until the end. I got to visit him that summer of 2017. He was taking a nap. Not surprising. I was surprised when he learned I was there. He jumped up out of bed and walked himself down the stairs. No help, no cane. And he said, come on, let's have a drink. So we sat at his kitchen table and we had his drink of choice, screwdrivers. I said, happy birthday, Grandpa. He said, how old am I now? He was very sharp. I knew exactly how old he was until he was 100, and then it just didn't really matter anymore. I said, you're 104. And he looked at me and he said, gosh, I don't feel old. A week later, my dad called me and asked if I would sing at my grandfather's funeral. So I wrote this song for his funeral up on a farm in Harborside. This is called The Call. I assume that you all live at least close by in Maine, right? Great. Well, for those of you who live here, this is a song that I wrote back in, well, it was maybe the oldest song that I'll play tonight. I was invited to sing at a friend's wedding, actually Pamela Good's wedding, if anybody might know that name. And she was a childhood friend. She asked me to sing and preferably original songs, and so I looked at the repertoire of songs that I had so far at that point, realized that I didn't have any wedding appropriate love songs. I needed to write some. So I went ahead and wrote this, and the more I sing it, the more I realize it's my love song for Maine. This is called My Evergreen. Got back from I guess before the southern trip here in the States. I was at a spring over in Europe, and it was the first time I had been back there in 4.5 years. I used to go at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, and go someplace new every time, around the Netherlands or Germany, and then just sort of like expanded from there. And one of those times I went to Prague. I'd never been there before, but I had a contact, and so he set up a bunch of shows for me, and there was this little cafe that I played, this audience about this size, and there was a woman sitting in the front row, and she was singing along to all of my songs. Not because she had ever heard them before. She's just an enthusiastic singer. So we chatted after the show, and she said that she sings and plays the guitar, but she's never written a song, and she wanted to know about songwriting. So I said, I just sing about my life. Tell me about your life. So I have a daughter. She's 14. Her name's Antonia. And we used to be really close. And now she's a teenager. And we're not. I listened, and she told me with more and more detail about their lives. By the end of the evening, I had sent her off with a song. This is called Antonia. Sanguine and sublime, from the tip to the that story is that after I wrote that song, I rewrote the verses. The first draft was for that woman, and then as I moved on, I rewrote it and then kept the chorus, and kept the story, but sung it almost every night. And then had no way of contacting the woman because I never got her name, or I forgot her name, didn't get her email address. But I did go back to Prague. 2 years later, I went back to Prague. And I was only there for one night. And sometimes I say yes to very strange opportunities. And this was one of those times. I was invited to open for a punk band, which, isn't a good fit, in case you're wondering. It's not a good fit. But I thought it could be fun, especially because the venue I found out was called Bike Jesus. That's a good name. And not the typical venue that I play. And the band was the Sperm Bankers. It was opening for the Sperm Bankers. Right. So I like to say yes to things. So I said yes, and usually there's a reason why. Well, that night we were on the way to Bike Jesus to open for the Sperm Bankers, and I was with the same guy, I was with the same host, and he said, I'm so glad that you're back, and my cousin's glad that you're back too. And I said, well, that's really sweet. Who's your cousin? Lucy, you wrote a song for her last time. So there you are. Always say yes. Not always. It's okay to say no. The follow-up to that story is that she did not move to Paris to become a painter, but she did move to Vancouver, and she's a singer-songwriter. About a year and a half ago, a good friend passed away from ALS, and I got to be with him and his wife in the last couple days and play music for them. And what I loved about that moment was just seeing the devotion my friend Linda had for her husband, life partner of 30 plus years. It gave me a real faith and hope and love and commitment. So after he passed away, I wrote this song from him to her. It's called Always Been Mine.